Hey guys, it's Karn coming at you live from the University of Canberra. On September 9th and 10th, me along with our fellow students from their digital heritage class held a transcribathon at the old Parliament House. And pretty much we'll just be bringing to you how we went about the project from each group and what brought us to the event and how the event went. Alright guys, so we got the man behind the magic, Mr. Tim Sherrod himself, and he's pretty much just going to break down the project itself, the importance of it, talk a little bit about the event, and what exactly what the steps will be moving forward for next year. So please, whenever you're ready.
Okay. The idea behind the project really is that there was this amazing set of records in the National Archives of Australia which document the workings of the White Australia policy in the early 20th century of Australia. And the records are there. They're amazing looking records with details of people who were travelling from Australia who were deemed not to be white, not to be part of the vision of white Australia, and who therefore had to carry special documents if they wanted to come back home again. So the records are there. They've been digitised, a lot of them, and they're there in the National Archives of Australia. But what we want to do with this project is actually turn those images into data. So the point of the project is to take those digitised documents, to create a website, as we have, for the transcription of those images, so that people anywhere could actually go to the website, look at the documents, transcribe the fields from the images, and turn them into data. So the outcome of the project is that we'll have all of this new data, which helps people explore questions around the workings of the White Australia policy, the people whose lives were lived under the sort of weight of the White Australia policy, get an idea of their movements, where they were going, when they were going, who was going. So it really opens up new opportunities for research.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of the event itself, how would you deem it a success? It could have been better. What's your take on it? Because I know you were there both days, both two very long days. So
it was a fabulous event. Not just because we had lots of people come in, people who we didn't know who came along to help us, just sit at computers and transcribe. But of course, it was great being in that space. So we were the Transcribathon was held in Old Parliament House, where it wasn't where the original Immigration Restriction Act was passed, but still a lot of the legislation that came later in terms of the maintenance and development of the White Australia policy was discussed in that space. So to be actually in that really significant historical space, working on those documents, and have the projections on the walls of Parliament House showing their faces, for example, to me was just really powerful.
So we got Jess and Rihanna here from the documentation group, and they're pretty much just going to break down what exactly they did to contribute to the project itself. So take it away, ladies.
So pretty much we started the process by looking at a couple of other websites that were similar to what we wanted to do, and we kind of did a pros and cons of what we liked about those websites, what we didn't like, and so that kind of formed a basic structure for the website used for the real face of White Australia.
I suppose what we had the first test of all the documents as well. So we wrote everything on how to transcribe, how to mark, how to verify, as well as just writing what the project was about. So we were in control of how to use it, blog posts, and just anything you could think of to really get people to interact with the site easily.
Would you say that was a challenging thing to do, or once you got a general understanding of what the project was and what the incentive was, I think it was a lot easier to move forward from there, or?
It was challenging at the start, some of the website structures were a bit confusing, but that's why we had the time to get to know it, and hopefully it wasn't too confusing.
Cool. Okay, well, thank you very much. So we got James here from the design group, and he's pretty much just going to break down how they went about the design and what exactly they did to create attention and really get people hooked onto the idea of transcribing. So Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right. We mostly made posters. We did some work for some of the websites, just designs, colors, anything that needed to have a color chosen, a font, help all that. We also put a lot of the posters up around the uni. Oh, and the the PowerPoint presentation that was on the day.
Okay.
Mostly just that.
How did you feel it was working with other groups in order to, get the posters out that you guys had made, and even the PowerPoint presentation itself when you had to set it up at the event?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
The other groups were really helpful getting the posters up and giving us feedback for when they needed something designed. And Moa themselves, using Australian Democracy, they were very helpful, letting us use their projectors and explore the site before we set things up.
Oh,
No, they were very helpful.
Oh, yeah. So team effort, you would say, yeah?
Yes, it was a team effort.
Most
We'll
definitely.
say it was a team effort.
Yeah, awesome. Hey guys, so we got Anthony here from the communication group, and he's pretty much just going to break down what his group did leading up to the event and how they're going to move forward after the event. So, Anthony, take it away.
Yeah. So basically, our group kind of kept up with the communication between the Facebook, Twitter, and our blog. We kind of kept that up, making sure everybody was knowing what we needed from them for the Transcribathon and what was actually going to be going on, kind of giving them details and everything. And then we kind of kept it up after the event too, making sure people are still trying to still get some interactions between people to help transcribe. Basically, kind of make sure we're still communicating.
Awesome. So would you say that you guys are pretty much behind the marketing of the event?
For the most part, we're kind of the communication side of the marketing. We've had another group designing all the posters and stuff, but we've been kind of doing the communication side of the marketing.
All right, guys. So we got Steve from the events group. So Steve, just the question that we had for you is, how was the process leading up to the event itself?
So the leading up process was really good. We really negotiated well with Old Parliament House. They were really good. They just made it really easy. At the end of the day, it was such an easy lead up. There was a few minor challenges, but about like communication stuff. But overall, it went really smoothly. Actually.
I said, yeah. We did hear that the event was a success. Could you, talk a little
The
bit about
event
that?
on the day was really good. We had really good support from Old Parliament House. They let us use both chambers. That was really cool. Especially for the talks. People were engaged. We had people transcribing all the time. If you've seen the photos, there was always somebody there, and the public seemed interested. Yeah.
Do you think that because of the success of the event, that leading up to next year, that it has potential to do even better and show even greater numbers?
I think the event is definitely a good kick-off point, but I think at the end of the day, it's about the website itself. And it's, so I think that will get rolling as we've seen. Probably the other groups have more talked about how that is, it's just continually going on.
Yeah.
It's all quite nice, I think.
All right, guys. So there you have it. We've heard from all four groups. We've heard from Tim, and like you said, it's all about creating awareness. There is a lot of transcribing to be done. So whether it's the Facebook page that we already have or the Twitter page, please share it with your friends, like the posts, and hopefully by next year's time, or even leading up to next year's time, a lot more transcribing will be done in order to deem this whole project a success for years to come. Thank you.